there people, NBZ here, and I may sound slightly different because I got a new microphone because my old one failed on me. So anyway, we've got a standard here against TheCh00b from YouTube. Go check out his link, it'll be in the description. Anyway, I lead off with my blue thing, and he leads off with another blue thing, which is an Azelf, called Happy Juice for some reason. Anyways, he decides to go for the U-turn right off the bat, because, you know, that's what people do with Azelf. They just bring it in, stealth rock U-turn, you know, that's the standard, boring standard. Okay, guys? Jeez. Anyway, I set up my stealth rock, and, you know, he goes to a Heatran. I predict he's going to stay in, so I decide to stay in an Earthquake, but this does give me the inclination that he's carrying the Sugarberry. Unfortunately, he is, which I was just kind of like, really quite annoying for me, but I don't really worry about it. Now here, it's probably the first important play of the match. I decide to stay in here and not switch out to my favourite Heatran guy called Pikachu, which I really should have done because it was early on. He didn't know I carried Heatran, although it's most likely. I thought he probably would have stayed in for the Fire Blast anyway, so I probably should have gone to Heatran there. Losing Metagross was pretty big because it meant that I couldn't use him to explode on later on. So here I'm thinking whether I want to predict a switch or not. I decide to predict a switch and go for a Hidden Power Electric, hoping something flying will come in. Something which isn't affected by Earth Power does come in. Unfortunately, it's a Flygon, the one thing which can take a Hidden Power Electric, which is just frustrating because I would have gone for a Dragon Pulse there. Decided not to in the end. But I go out to Gliscor just to wall him, and he U-turns as I predicted him to U-turn. Could have gone to stayed in there and, you know, done whatever, but I decided to, you know, whatever, go to Gliscor, and yeah, he goes to Coon, and it doesn't carry leftovers. I noticed it didn't carry leftovers because I was wondering who would be faster, you know, with that trick and stuff. So I decided to switch out to Dusknoir just to see what he's going to do, and it turns out that he is completely not physical. He's completely offensive. Offensive is the word. Not as if he's cursing at me or anything. Not cursing, but I'm just getting off tangent here, like, seriously. But Hydro Pump doesn't manage to take me out. I knew I would live it just because of the amount of HP he did, and I tried to Pain Split him off, which was pretty nice there because it means that he gets down quite low, and my Dusknoir was able to stay in and survive. Now, I could have Pain Splitted here again, predicting I would live another Hydro Pump, but I really wouldn't gain much HP back in the process, although it probably would have been better than what I was left at, which was 16, although I do get more after lefties, but at least Suicune's out the way. Difference is, though, that this Suicune is in fact not a defensive one, which means it wasn't as much of a pain really. So he goes to Heatran. I decide to just leave Dusknoir as death fodder, sorry, and he may out stop speaking wrong English. Anyways, he goes for the Fire Blast. I probably could have switched to Heatran there. I was just afraid that he was going to go for an Earth Power or something and screw me over, so I did not want to take the risk, and he does take me out with the Fire Blast. So now I go into Batman, and I'm gonna threaten with the Earthquake, but here was another poor play on my part. I just think Batman can outspeed a offensive Heatran, and I'm defensive. I don't have any speed. Somehow I think I can outspeed, but I don't, and that was a really, really bad play on my part. Meant that now I've lost Dusknoir and Gliscor. Both my walls are gone, and I'm in a pretty dire situation because it means now that I have no walls, I don't really have anything safe to switch into if he brings in Heatran again to threaten me. So it's really not looking good here. I'm thinking for a relatively long time, and I decided eventually to go to He-Man because I had a couple of choices and I wasn't sure who to go to first. So here I decide that it's probably best to go for an offensive move. He doesn't look like he's switching because he didn't switch when I brought in Gliscor, and he thinks pretty much that his Heatran is done, which is why he leaves it in his death fodder. Stealth Rock did hurt He-Man when he came in, meaning he's not going to be as effective sweeping due to Life Orb, obviously, and because, you know, that's going to take him down after Stealth Rock, Life Orb, etc. Now he brings in Flygon. I'm pretty sure it's Scarfed, but I did not see Thunder Punch coming. I don't know why. I just never seen Flygon carrying Thunder Punch, which is why I thought he would outrage and I may be able to have a chance of living it, or in fact just lock him into it. But he does Thunder Punch and I go down, so I didn't necessarily have a decent switch in for that. I guess I could have gone to Heatran and taken it relatively well because unstabbed, but yeah, that was a pretty poor play on my part, leaving Gyarados in. He could have been very useful. In any case, I go to Heatran and he switches to Azelf, which gets 2-hit KO'd by the Dragon Pulse because Dragon Pulse is, you know, a neutral move and Azelf is pretty frail, so it goes down. Now he goes back to his Flygon, and I really wanted to switch here. There was nothing I could go to. Unfortunately, he just hits me with the earthquake, and I go down. So I'm pretty sure it's coming to the end here. I think I only have one guy left, which is Medicham, and unless I'm able to take all the rest of his guys out with a high jump kick, then pretty much the game is done. So I decided to go for the high jump kick here. I know he's going to outspeed because he's a Flygon and he's scarfed, and he's going to go for the earthquake, and I know I can live it just because, you know, it's not got any boost to it. I do just about, and high jump kick will take him out just because it's overpowered and overkill and stuff like that. So he goes to his last guy, who not his last guy, he's got two guys left, and one of them is a Jirachi. Unfortunately, high jump kick is probably not going to be powerful enough to take it out unless I get a crit. Don't really want to win by a crit though, because that's kind of gay. So I hit him with the high jump kick, and it doesn't take him out, but he takes me out with a thunderbolt. So that finishes off the game. So yeah, thanks a lot for that game, Tube. It was pretty decent, nice standard to have. Although recently I have been playing a battling style which was formulated by Magnitude quite a while back. If you look in my videos, you might see a couple of them. They're known as alphabet battles. Now I actually have 3 other alphabet battles currently recorded, and I am going to go and post them sometime soon. But first of all, I want to get the first one up with Steve, which will be soon. So until then, comment, subscribe. I'll see all you guys later. Goodbye.